Ted, when you first saw the F701, what was your first thought?
I thought it was stylishly trim.
I thought it was modern, it was sleek, it was advanced. The F701 replaces Roland's amazing F140R. It was a bestseller from Roland, had some great features, but they raised the bar again. And here we have it, new for 2021. 2021, here we are. The F701. Let's check it out.
Hi, this is Ted with Alamo Music Center in beautiful downtown San Antonio, Texas.
And I'm Patrick Marr. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channels, check out our other videos, sign up for notifications, like our videos, leave us comments. We really appreciate the support and we love to interact with you. Ted, it's very sleek, right? That's not just me.
No, it's kind of minimalistic.
I think when I was looking it up online, all the marketing was like being thrown at me. It was like Roland being like, the modern life, the sleek modern life demands a modern sleek piano.
Trimmed down.
And I was like, do I need one of these? It is very cool. I think we were joking around earlier. We were like, when it's closed, it reminds us of like the Star Wars TIE Fighter. When we opened it opened up like an X-Wing. And we were like, we were just nerds for a minute there about that. So we did do some red lighting today. So it was like the dark side. Ted, it's behind Ted, so it's the dark side. But all joking aside, we have the F701, which is, I think, an amazing instrument. Ted's going to play it for us here in a little bit. Not a whole bunch of new features with the 701, but they're key features. I think they knew what they had in the F140R, which was the predecessor to the 701. And they knew that they had a hit. It was their best seller, especially in this price point. Comes in at $13.99, but just an incredible instrument in the F140R. So they were like, let's just tweak some small things. One of those being polyphony, which has kind of been, I would say, for the last couple years, a highlight of technology. Saying, hey, we can really fit a lot of memory into like the less expensive, the cheaper things. Not to say that $13.99 is cheap, but it was something where before high note polyphony was only going to be on the more expensive models. You had to spend a lot of money, a couple $1,000s to get the best, and now it's started to trickle in. And here on the 701, you get 256 note polyphony. The predecessor, the 140, had half that. So.
It also has the 3 pedals, the full damper, sustain, and a sostenuto pedal as well.
Yeah, and so it's pretty cool to see a full package complete where it comes with a bench, it comes with the stand, it comes with the pedals. A lot of times people don't want to mess around with, okay, I bought this keyboard, now like I got to get pedals, I got to get a stand, I got to get a bench, and like what if they don't? You're big on this.
I'm real big on that. The ergonomics and the comfort dynamics of practicing and playing an instrument needs to be set up so you can do it for hours on end. And sometimes the bench is too high, the piano's too low, or it wobbles, or it's not set at the standard height. And those things really do create a lot of exhaustion, and they create a lack of interest and drive and ambition when it comes to practice.
Well, it's not fun, and they're like, oh, I'll put up with it for the 30 minutes I'm practicing a day, but then you multiply that by the months and the years, and a lot of times you either form a very bad habit or it's just not very fun to
it's not comfortable, or it gets exhausting or tiring, or sometimes people stand up to play.
Yeah.
And if you're using the pedals, that means you're putting all the weight on one foot, and you're going to wear out before too long.
Yeah, and so it's pretty cool that this is an all-encompassed. The stand's built, the bench is built. The bench is even a little bit adjustable, which is nice. And then you have the 3 pedals, so you can advance and use all 3 pedals. You can change them out. If you were using this as a MIDI controller, you can kind of change the controls. But so yeah, the big upgrade is the polyphony. You do get a couple more voices. There's about 300, and I want to say 24.
A lot of voices in there. General MIDI 1 and 2 voices are in there as well.
Yeah, so about over 300 voices. They added some more in here. It still has the supernatural piano engine, which has kind of been known as a great piano sound engine for many years now. That is the same one that they now have on the FP30X and the FP60X. I'm really interested to do a comparison on this versus the FP60X, because once you add the stand, the stand that's made for the FP60X, and the pedal unit and a bench, you're a little bit over the price of what this is. So the FP60X comes in about $1,100. Once you buy those accessories, you're right here at about $13.99. And so those two are like right there. And so a lot of similarities between those two. And I think that would be an interesting topic to cover, which one might be right for the player. This one definitely with that sleek design is kind of made for a small apartment, or you just kind of want that modernist,
right,
minimalist. It's not going to take up a whole bunch of room somewhere, and it can fit in my studio, it can fit in my bedroom, it can fit wherever the space is needed. And so that would be an interesting one. But same components on the action here. It's the PHA4, which is one of like if you go online and look up any of the reviews of the PHA4, it's one of the most highly spoke of plastic key action with escapement. The key tops are fun on this one.
Yes, they are.
So just a little bit more grippy on them, and so sometimes on some of the lower end keyboards you get that plastic feel, and it's not as fun to play. But yeah, just overall, I would say a great sounding instrument. Right off the board, you get 24 watts of speaker power, so enough to fill a room, a space. I think it really can shine if you plug it into a bigger speaker system. This is probably not something you'd want to take at a gig. It definitely can be done because it's not super heavy.
Right.
But I would say it's definitely kind of a in-home instrument, kind of modern display. But for the price, there's few things that can beat it. But let's hear how it sounds, Ted. Let's play it and listen to some of these sounds here.
Well, Patrick, I don't know if you noticed those sounds. What I noticed on the sounds, just as my personal preference, what I liked was the first setting for every category. In other words, the first electric piano, and then I like the first grand piano. And then amongst some of the electrics, they have these really great vintage sounds in there, and they have some unique electric piano sounds that are in there. But overall, I can tell you, as a great practice instrument to learn literature, whether it's for an adult or a child, it's a great piano, take up small room against the wall. It's a great piano
It's going to be an eyesore too, because the way it folds down is really nice and compact.
Yeah, and you have a 24-watt stereo system, and it comes with Bluetooth, which is really odd for this price range, that you get Bluetooth capabilities.
Yeah, the Bluetooth audio, I'm glad you brought that up. That is something new on the 701. The 140 didn't have that, but really allows you to, make it versatile. So it's in your living room, it's in your living space, your bedroom. You want to put on some nice mood music, put on some cool ambient vibes, or something rocking.
It's not just that. So you have to remember, when you're sitting at the piano and you're trying to take out a song, it's nice to pull out a phone or a tablet, look up a recording of it, and play it through the piano, so that then you're through the instrument sound system. So then your piano sound is
It's mixed into it.
It's mixed into it. You can go into headphones and learn a whole song, and no one even knows what you're doing.
It's very cool.
I mean, that's a long way from having to jump the needle and then run back from the piano. I mean, that's how I learned a lot of stuff way back when.
Yeah, it's a nice stereo Bluetooth speaker too. Yeah, it's fun to have. Very usable. It's a usable feature. Sometimes in this price point, you get features that I would never really use. That's very I'm going to use that. It's going to hook my phone up. I'm going to play music to it. I'm going to play anything out of it.
I never thought I'd use Bluetooth on a keyboard, but when we close down the store, lock it up, that's the first thing I do is put on a recording, a Temptations radio station on Pandora, and blast it through one of the big sound systems, so you get the energy to get your chores done and get out.
Yeah, no, it's just all in all a very compact, sleek design. Checks all the boxes. You get the ergonomics of having a correct stand, the 3 pedals, the bench right there that's adjustable. It's not going to take up a ton of space. It's lightweight, easy to move around. I think it's not going to break the bank as far as.
Go back to TIE Fighter position to
TIE
show
Fighter.
that off.
Look how sleek that is.
That's the TIE Fighter look, and then we go with the X-Wing where you pick it up. Right.
Here, I'll help you on this side.
It takes 2 hands, kind of. There you go.
It's almost like you see why Anakin joined the dark side at this point. It's a pretty cool instrument. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is Ted. I'm Patrick with Alamo Music Center. You can find us at alamomusic.com. If you have any questions, if you've owned the 140 and you're thinking about upgrading, you love it and you say, hey, I recommend this for anybody, leave some comments. I know a lot of people would really appreciate, some
Guidance,
outside
yeah.
guidance. We're all looking for that right instrument, that perfect instrument. And if this one checks the boxes, if you've played one, if you're looking forward to owning one, let other people know. I'm sure they would appreciate that in their journey. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.